Hello, everybody, and welcome to the new series here on my channel as we're going to start playing some NCAA 14 as we birth the Marquette Golden Eagles football program. We're starting here at the bottom, and a team I created long ago on Team Builder. I actually recently imported it here, and I have done a bunch of editing over the past few weeks to get this team together for this new series here, as I introduce you to like, subscribe to the channel, and I also have another NHL series going on right now, so I encourage you to check that out as well if you haven't viewed that. So we're here playing some NCAA 14, and it might seem a little counterproductive with the new game coming out this summer, but my hope is that this series can kind of catch a little life and present some new viewers here, as I've only done NHL, as I just said, but now I'm going to branch out a little bit and get back to NCAA 14. The Marquette Golden Eagles are back, and we enter the NCAA season as an independent. So we did create this schedule, and we're going to start here taking on the Akron Zips in our first home game of the series. And Akron wins our first coin toss in this series, as it looks like the Marquette Golden Eagles are going to start with the ball, as we have junior corner Dickenzie Durant back here to return the kick, and he's going to take it out. And Durant just works his way past the 21, as we're going to see. Well, there they show Lance Leipold, and he's hired here at this point in history. He's coming off his 5th NCAA Division III football title, and he's the head man here in Marquette. And Leipold, he brings a balanced multiple playbook on offense and defense here, as Dylan Koufax, our starting quarterback. Javon Ashley in the backfield at running back. He's going to get this first carry here, and he'll work his way ahead for 4 yards on the first play in this series. Javon Ashley, the second highest overall on our offense at 75. Now 2nd and 6 here for Marquette, as Theo Briggs is now in the game at tailback. One of our strongest players on this team, as he gets ahead for 3. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 here for Marquette. We do go for the pass, but we're going to audible out of that with the light box here. 3rd and 2 handoff to Ashley. And he'll get rocked there at the point of attack. Good tackle there by Darian Martin. And it looks like we're going to have to punt here on our opening drive, as Matt Barr is our highest rated player at 80 overall, and he's our senior punter. Try to pin him back deep. I've been very inconsistent on these punts in my other offline Dynasty, and that's not going to go very far, just to the 34, as the Akron Zips are going to take over. So keep in mind here, this season is the 2013 season. So this is how the game, these are rosters from the year the game came out. So for instance, the Heisman leaders right now are Johnny Manziel, Braxton Miller, AJ McCarron, Teddy Bridgewater, and Marcus Mariota, as Akron gets 1 yard there on their opening carry. And they'll get a pass there to Alexander out of the backfield, like up the seam. And it looks like he's going to take it all the way, as he runs right past everybody for a 65-yard touchdown, Broderick Alexander. And Nick Hirschman's first pass attempt of the season is going to go all the way to the house. That's an easy pitch and catch there for Akron, as looked like number 4 there missed a tackle. And then we couldn't get the tackle at the legs there, as Alexander breaks away from everybody. And quick into this game, Akron's going to go ahead 7-0. Marquette with a 3 and out, and then Akron just 2 plays to reach the end zone. And keep in mind, I also created this team on Team Builder probably about 8 to 10 years ago. So we did We're in Syracuse University, as you could probably see around the stadium. All their logos are lined up. But I wanted a dome as we're at the BMO Bradley Arena, which I don't even think is even in commission anymore. So this obviously dating myself a little bit, or dating this series, I guess we'll say, as Marquette looks for some redemption following that 3-and-out drive to open the game. Now we see another running back there. There's Tyson Bolt, one of the fastest players on this team, and I believe he is a freshman, as he'll get 4 yards on his first play. The run is working pretty good for us so far. We're able to get these 3-4 yard chunks. And we still have yet to see a pass from our quarterback. We're going to kind of ease into this one with some runs. Theo Briggs now back out there. I do have a lot of formation subs to get some of these backs involved, but I didn't realize it would be so frequent early on, as Briggs picks up 5, and now that'll bring up a 3rd and inches for Marquette. Still have to get used to this playbook a little bit. Like I said, it's multiple, so there's a lot of variety to choose from, which I do like. And now another 3rd down here in the first quarter for Marquette. Javon Ashley now back out there at running back. He'll get the give, and he's stopped short again. Another 3rd down run, and Ashley is stopped in the backfield. So that's going to bring up Matt Bars again for Marquette for a punt. And this one is going to be returnable for Akron. Ford with it on the punt return. He gets upfield a little bit. And he's going to get it into his own into Marquette territory. It looked like at the 42-yard line. Sorry, the 44, correction. So Akron's going to come back out onto the field with great field position. Hirschman drops back his pass. Nice touch there to Fleming, but maybe a little too soft, as that was Terry getting over there to interrupt the pass. So now they bring up a 2nd and 10 for Akron. So this team is obviously we're not very good at the bottom of the league, around the league of college football. So it is going to be a rebuilding experience, I'm sure, for many NCAA players like myself. You like to start out with one of the worst programs and kind of build them up, and that's what we're going to do here in this series. I do plan on probably getting something out for the new game when it comes out. So I'm not sure how long this is going to go, but we're definitely going to try to maximize this series and do a few years here before the new game comes out, which I honestly do not. I mean, it's exciting that a new college football game is going to be released, but, just with EA's track record, I think NCAA 14 is going to be a more fun game, as Hirschman works his way upfield and a 22-yard rush gets Akron at the 1 as they look to double their lead here. See, I think we definitely have to temper our expectations with this new college football game, but I'm definitely obviously going to give it a shot, and I hope it's good. As Hirschman goes back a couple yards, now bringing up a 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. So it's definitely going to be a learning curve, a learning experience here, getting used to this playbook, this roster, and obviously Marquette here, a new football team to college football, so it might take a while before they start racking up some wins. As Travell Terry with their first interception in program history. Oh my goodness. I was going to take it out, and then I was like, no, and then oh wow. Horrible job there from myself. But and it looked like he did have some room, so I should have just committed. That was awful. But Travell Terry with the first interception here for Marquette coming in the first quarter, and now we're at the 1-yard line. Let's see if we can get some space here. An interception there from Travell Terry, a good read on that ball. And it is good that we're starting up against a team like Akron, because they're actually very similar to us overall-wise. As Theo Briggs won't get out of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety. I really, really worried about that. So we're just making things harder for ourselves. A nice interception there, but it doesn't do us any benefit as we'll give up the 2 there on the safety, and now Matt Barr's on for the safety punt. And Robinson gets it there to the 41 for Marquette. So obviously some big mistakes here for Marquette out of the gate, which you would probably expect from this new team. And as we talked about earlier, Lance Leipold, the head man here for Marquette, coming over from Wisconsin Whitewater, so he stays in state. As that pass will go wide. Hirschman starting 2 for 5 with 74 yards, a touchdown, and an interception there from our middle linebacker, senior linebacker, Travell Terry. And he's someone we're really going to be leaning on here in year 1. Hirschman back to pass. And he's going to be sacked there. I think that was Darquez Goddard. Our junior defensive end, Darquez Goddard, with our first sack here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and long for Akron. It looks like Hirschman's hurt. Or at least slow to get up. So we'll put out a dime package here going against 4 receivers. It looks like they do have a new quarterback in there. Pole now in for Akron. And he's going to be sacked. Gavin Battaglia, our defensive tackle, gets right through the middle there. Great penetration. Nice spin move from Battaglia. And the backup quarterback was not ready for that as Marquette nets 2 sacks there on that series of downs. And they're going to force a punt as they look to get back into this game. That'll be junior corner Juice Campbell back for the punt, as Hirschman says he'll be out for the rest of this quarter. So he should be back for Akron's next drive, unless we go through yet another 3 and out. As Campbell's going to field this one, and he works his way up a few yards. Also, I just want to say on those punt and kick returns, it's kind of easy to manipulate the AI. So I usually won't do anything too crazy. I'll kind of just like run it forward for as many yards as I can get, just to keep it somewhat realistic. So let's go for some passes here. I think we're gonna go for our first pass here in this game. Now 1:16 left in the quarter. As Tyson Bolt is back there in the backfield. And Koufax, the lefty quarterback, gives to Colton Clay, our fullback, for our first pass completion in the series. Pickup of 6 to the fullback, Colton Clay. I did like that formation there, the pistol wing offset, so I think we'll run with that again here. Koufax keeps. He has some space. Excuse me, and he'll work it ahead for a first down, 7 yards. For those who have been following my Hartford Whalers franchise, expansion franchise on NHL 24, you know I've been congested here, so I apologize. I just had to clear the throat there a little bit, as we'll pick up with a 1st and 10, now less than a minute in this first quarter. As Koufax drops back, he'll pass there. Shane Lytle, and a nice overhead catch there from Shane Lytle, our slot receiver. Good pitch and catch there from Koufax finding Lytle, as Koufax starts 2 for 2 with 24 yards. Marquette now driving their first couple first downs of the game. And for future reference, and when I introduce a series like this, I'll probably do like more of an intro episode. But with this Marquette Dynasty, it's going to be a little more casual, I guess I'll say, than my NHL franchise, if you could even envision that. As Koufax is sacked off the play action, they just closed it on him real quick as Cody Grice gets the sack. Now Marquette backed up big here on a 2nd and 19. Some interesting formations here. Now 2nd and 19, as this first quarter is going to wind down and come to an end as it sees Marquette fall down 9-0 against the Akron Zips. Obviously, that interception from Travell Terry was awesome, but a big miscue there as I just got it out to the one, and then you see there Theo Briggs is snatched up on that safety. We did get a couple sacks, though, as our defense got going a little bit. But we'll start this second quarter down 9-0, facing a 2nd and 19. At this point, you'd be happy to just manage for settle for a field goal. As Koufax in the pocket again. Left-handed signal caller. Nothing open downfield, and he's going to take another sack. 3rd and 22 now. A sack there from Albert Presley. So now at the 41, backed up 12 yards on those last 2 sacks. Let's see if we can get some magic going here. Probably have to go at least 10 yards to be in field goal range for our kicker, Dylan Mackey. Koufax going to roll out. He hits Shane Lytle there. That's going to be a nice gain of 19. Although Marquette faces a 4th and 4, but they do work their way into field goal territory. Coach telling us to go for it. But I think we should just get on the board here. They don't want to take a shutout any further in this game, as Dylan Mackey will come on for his first field goal attempt of the game. And he's going to barely just sink that one. So Mackey just sinks that field goal, as I had to take a break there from recording audio and clear the throat, as I think I'm good to go now. So Marquette with their first points here in this series, as it's now 9-3 Akron. Matt Barr's on the kickoff. Ford will take over at about the 3-yard line. He'll take it upfield, make some moves, and he's stopped there. 26-yard return from Bree Ford as he works it in. He works it to the 28-yard line, as Akron will get back out there on offense. So the offense got going a little bit. Mostly the passing game leading the way there for Marquette. It looks like we're having a little more struggles early on with the running game, and I thought it was going to be the other way around. Nice little 3-yard there to Will Fleming, still with the backup quarterback in for Akron. Kyle Pohl, his first completion here. Pohl keeps it on the read option, and he fights forward. It'll bring up a 3rd and inches there off a 7-yard gain. So 3rd and inches here. Of course, Marquette would like to get a stop and get the ball back. Another interception from Travell Terry, as Akron's quarterback just telegraphed it there. He tries to go to the side there towards the sideline, and Terry's there again for his 2nd interception of the game. This one, though, he's able to take ahead a little bit, as Marquette now takes over at Akron's 32-yard line. I wasn't expecting. In my past, the Dynasty I've done on this game, it was incredibly hard to get some interceptions, and I am playing with the same slider set. Of course, a Heisman difficulty slider set. You got to make it as realistic and difficult as possible, as Javon Ash is going to get another give there, and he's taken back, as this Marquette running game just cannot get going. So we might have to rely heavily on the passing game here, it seems. As now Marquette, a 2nd and 13. Akron brings some pressure. Koufax just gets it off there to his tight end, Grant Cooper, who goes ahead for 8, bringing up a 3rd and 5. And based on that last field goal, we might have to get, close. It didn't look like our kicker there, Dylan Mackey, got a good drive on it. Now, Koufax 4 for 4 to start this game for 51 yards. He's going to scramble out a little bit, try and run for the first down, which he gets, and he'll get a little more up the sideline there. A 13-yard rush from Dylan Koufax, our junior signal caller. Now Marquette at the 14-yard line. Nine to 3 here for Akron as we hit about 4 minutes in the second quarter. And Marquette Marquette's going to go with an option. Koufax gives back to Briggs, who's only managed to pick up a couple there. Well, 3 yards off the give from Koufax. Koufax probably should have just kept that one. Briggs, not much acceleration there, as you really don't expect that from a back his size. I think he's over maybe around 230 pounds. Another give here for Ashley, as he'll work his way forward for 5, bringing up a 3rd and 2 here for the Golden Eagles. So 3rd and 2 for Marquette, as they're inside the 10-yard line here. Go for another handoff on 3rd down. And Ashley works his way forward. And I thought he scored there, but I guess the knee was down before he crossed the plane. It definitely looked like he scored, but now Marquette with it at Akron's 1-yard line. Not even the 1-yard line. That's probably the inch line, as we'll have Theo Briggs back out there, our power back, to try and power this one into the end zone. And his knee's going to get down before he crosses the plane, as Marquette's going to go hurry up here and just run that same play. You can't stop that twice in a row, can you? And they cannot, as Theo Briggs powers forward for Marquette's first touchdown in this series, as they tie it up at 9, pending the extra point. And that's going to be mainly Theo Briggs' role here in year 1. Why did they want me to go for 2? Leipold, he's just suggesting some crazy stuff here as Dylan Mackey knocks through his first extra point in this series. And yes, a lot of firsts here. Matt Barnes to kick this one off here with 2:36 left in the second quarter. Field there by Ford. And he finds a crease. He'll take it up. And he just goes out of bounds on his own accord, as Jonathan Thomas there for Marquette was closing the angle. So now they'll have a good field territory yet again, or field position yet again for Akron, taking over at Marquette's 47. With 2.5 minutes left in this second quarter as they look to retake the lead. About Trevell Terry. Let's see if he get another pick. Good blocking there for Akron as he breaks it outside there. Jawan Chisholm. Productive day thus far, just on 3 rushes, netting 32 yards. Akron staying in the hurry up as they have for the majority of this game. Pass right over the middle to Dillard, and they're going to get a face mask and get even closer. There's a face mask there on Davin Rice, one of the top linebackers here on this Marquette team. And that'll get him down to the 8-yard line. And something worth noting, so in NHL series that I do, I commentate like the AIs playing against each other. This one I'm obviously playing, so it's a little harder to kind of play the game and do the commentating at the same time. So I hope you have some patience there with me as I look to get a little bit better here and get acclimated to doing this NCAA series. As Chisholm there stopped at the 6, bringing up a 2nd and goal here. They're going to pass over to Fleming. He's going to get wrapped up there by Ahmad Plummer. Good diagnosis there as he gets the tackle for loss. Bring up a 3rd and goal now at the 8-yard line. Our nickel package doing some good work here. Not a typical red zone package either, or at least this close. Now Hirschman back to the pass. He's going to be wrapped up and sacked there on the blitz. I'm not quite sure. That was Barry Barber, our number 3 defensive end, as he gets some rotational work here. And he gets his first sack of the season, bringing up a 4th and goal for Akron. They're going to have to kick a field goal as Marquette took a timeout to stop the clock. And the kick there from the Zips is good as they take the lead 12-10 here with 1:21 left in the second quarter. Akron with the kickoff. And I'll just fair catch this one. or let him down it, whatever you want to call it. Because you traditionally don't fair catch on a kickoff, so my mistake. And now we'll see if Dylan Koufax can kind of lead a 2-minute drill here and get some points before the half. Koufax looking fairly sharp early on when he's had time to throw. He's going to give for his tight end another completion there for Grant Cooper, 7 yards. As we're going to have to go hurry up. Koufax now 5 for 5, 58 yards, and it's definitely a little different playing with the left-handed quarterback. So we have the southpaw in there. He'll scramble out a bit. Goes for the sideline, and he can't hit Shane Lytle there at the sideline. Going to bring up a 3rd and 3. I think I'll just ask Coach here as time winds down. So Marquette 2 for 5 on third down so far in this game as they'll look to get another one here. And Koufax is going to keep the read option, and that's sniffed out there by Akron as that drive is going to stall here for the Golden Eagles. Good stop there by Jamel Turner. Matt Barr's on for yet another punt here. And we're going to have a lot of these here in year one, folks, so get used to it. His kick goes to at the 29, picked up there by Ford. And Davin Rice, a big hit there on special teams. As Akron, good field position yet again, taking over at their own 45 here with 2 timeouts and 48 seconds to work with. And obviously, I don't know, you've probably been paying attention. I'll only user DBs and linebackers most of the time as they get a nice completion there to LT Smith at the sideline. It's a little too easy to man, defensive ends and just work with the stick and get easy pass rush wins. So I kind of just let the AI pass rush do its own thing, and I'll handle just DBs and linebackers. It's a little more difficult, I feel. That's a nice out route there. And Akron picks up another chunk of yardage there to LT Smith as they work into field goal range. I think I'll go back to calling the defensive plays. I don't like what the coach gave us there the last couple. Hirschman's still pretty good despite that one interception. Now 40 seconds for the Zips. Hirschman drops back to pass. He has some time being chased now. And that's going to be another sack. I believe Barry Barber with his 2nd sack of this first half. And he's only our rotational defensive end, so you love to see that. A lot of sacks here for Marquette, as at least our pass rush has been performing well. Pass to Chisholm there. As he gets 7 yards, getting back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10 now. Back to where they started this set of downs at the 39-yard line. Now hit 30 seconds left. Hirschman back to pass again. And he's going to find LT Smith there at the sideline, but it looked like Smith couldn't get both his feet in. So it looks like Akron's going to go for a field goal here, which is going to be a 56-yard attempt. And we have Juice Campbell back there just in case it's short, which I believe it's going to be here. The kick is off, and it's way wide. And Campbell is going to return this one. And like I said earlier, I'll just kind of run this one straight out. I could probably dance around a little bit if I wanted to and get more yardage, but it's just too easy to manipulate the computer there, so I'll just leave it as is. So now Marquette takes over with another chance to get some points here before the end of the half, although they don't have much time to work with. Koufax is going to drop back. He finds Theo Briggs there, and Briggs is going to hang on. Definitely not known for his pass catching ability, but he'll pick up a 16-yard gain there as Marquette is now at their own 42. Time for a few more plays here with 1 timeout left. We're going to have Ashley sit back in pass protection. Koufax for Grant Cooper, and that's batted away. Gary Ransom for Akron making a good defensive play. Now only 9 seconds for the Golden Eagles. Koufax back. Pass attempt there for Jordan Pinson. He'll hang on. 26 yards for Jordan Pinson, I believe a freshman, and he might be the best player pound for pound on this team. Someone we're going to have to develop over these next few years. And 49 yards is not even within our kicker Dylan Mackey's reach, so we're just going to have to throw up another Hail Mary here. It's a shame to say because it'd be nice to get the lead here with a field goal going into the half, but it's just not capable for Mackey, I don't think. As we'll have one more heave here. Koufax up into the end zone, and that's batted away. So Marquette, not an awful first half, I'd say, trailing Akron 12-10. It wasn't pretty to start, but we kind of got our footing a little bit, and now we have a little bit of work to do to overtake the Akron Zips here in the second half. And I'm surprised we haven't gotten any game breaks yet. It'd be nice to see some of the other players around the league and get reacclimated with some of these names who are going to be brought up. As I mentioned earlier, Johnny Manziel enters this season as the Heisman leader. Now we're set here to get this second half underway as Akron 2 turnovers and they still lead in this game. Marquette with good time on possession, but we haven't been able to really get any points on the board as our running game has really struggled to get going here in this one. Matt Barr is getting us set here in the second half as he kicks, and it'll be picked up there by Ford. And Ford works it out to about the 33, 34-yard line. And even our kickoff game is not too strong as Akron's been able to get some good returns here to work their way up the field. Hirschman back out there for the Akron Zips, having a pretty solid day. And then it's batted there by Juice Campbell on a quick slant there for Akron. Now 2nd and 10 for Akron. Pass, and that's going to go out of bounds. I think Hirschman just getting rid of that one. Now 3rd and 10 here right out of the gate for Akron. And probably to start next episode, I'll kind of run through some of the players here on this team and introduce some of them. As Clarence Thurman, our starting defensive tackle, a nice stop there as Chisholm had some space upfield. So that's going to bring up another punt here for Akron. And it's nice that we've been able to kind of stay in this game, although I don't expect many more this season to be like this. As Akron is probably the worst team we're going to face, most similar to our overall. I think next week we play Indiana, so that's going to be obviously way more of a test against a Big Ten team. As Marquette offense is out there for the first time here in this second half. Koufax will keep off the read option. He'll work his way up for about 10 yards, bring up a 2nd and inches. Koufax playing very good football here this game so far. He's not making mistakes. He's been efficient, and he's ran the ball well when he's had opportunities. Now 2nd and inches here for Marquette. Javon Ashley in the backfield. He'll get the feed. And he works his way up for 4 yards. See, I don't expect any huge gains through the run here. But if we could just manage to pick up 3 or 4 per rush, I'll be happy with that. Another 1st and 10 here for Marquette as they're about at midfield here. 49-yard line. Koufax rolls out. Tries to hit Ashley, who stops running the route. And that was almost dangerous there. I'm not sure why Ashley stopped running. Ashley there on that angle route. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Ashley's still out there for Marquette. He gets a feed in a couple yards, bringing up a 3rd and 8 now. Koufax back out there with Dexter Dowling in the backfield. We haven't seen him yet. One of the backs in our stable. As he'll get the check down, but good defense there. Safety going downhill to get the stop. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 4. And Marquette's going to have to punt yet again as we'll try and pin him back here. And it's funny, right now the safety is the difference in this game. So let's see if I can pin him deep here. Matt Barr's on for the punt. And he's not going to pin him back too deep, although that's going to go to the 12-yard line here for Akron. So probably their worst starting field position of the game so far. And we'll see if they can extend their lead. Chisholm beats Travell Terry there one-on-one, and he's going to pick up 7 for the Akron Zips. 7-yard gain there from Jawan Chisholm. As they'll stay in the hurry up here, as most teams tend to do here in NCAA 14. Hirschman back to pass. Nothing downfield, although he does find Smith, who leaks out there at the last second. Good improv there from LT Smith to extend his route as Akron picks up a 1st down here. Nice pass there at the sideline to Dillard. We'll pick up 3 for Akron. And when it comes to editing these videos, I'm not sure if I'm going to do like condensed games or just let it play out. For this first one, I'll probably just let the whole video play out. I know there might be some patches of silence here as just the plays get going or whatnot. So I'll try and do my best to limit any empty spaces. As there's that Barry Barber with another big stop as Akron goes backwards, now 3rd and 12. So I'll definitely try and do a good job with the editing, but for this series, it's going to be a little bit different than what I do in my NHL franchise. So just bear with me, and I'll try and work out the best product I can for you viewers. Now 3rd and 12 here for Akron as Marquette desperate for a stop. And Juice Campbell's going to just jump in front of that one at the last second. But Akron had a good threat there going upfield. But Marquette forces another 4th down and another punt. As Juice Campbell's back there, he'll stay on the field to take this punt return. I will just fair catch this one. I only try to return a couple per game, so you could just take advantage of all the space out there they give you and just rack up the yardage. So now Marquette takes over at our own 25, trying to take the lead here. Quick pass there to Jonathan Thomas. And he's not going to get much. In fact, he'll get nothing. Jonathan Thomas, one of our depth receivers here. But he's someone we're going to try and get incorporated, as he'll be a big piece for us next year. Now Marquette goes empty here, 2nd and 10. And Akron brought pressure, and Koufax couldn't get the pass off. Turner's going to pick it up there for the Zips and bring it back for 6. Jamel Turner continuing this dominant performance as he gets to scoop and score. As Akron is going to make this a 2-possession game with this extra point. And it looks like Koufax might have had some guys upfield, but just could not get it off in time. Now the extra point there for Akron is good as they take a 19-10 lead here in this opening game of the season. Kickoff there from Akron is going to be picked up here by Durant for Marquette. He'll take it upfield and works his way to the 25. So we were able to put together a nice drive there towards the end of the second half, and then just nothing really since. Now Theo Briggs out there. The only touchdown for Marquette in this game, is he'll get the carry. And he works his way forward. A nice tough run there, eking out every yard he can for a 7-yard gain. This team is definitely not good on paper, but honestly not playing too bad so far. That fumble moments ago does hurt, though. Koufax will just dump off for Theo Briggs there with his 2nd catch of the game. That's going to be a 6-yard gain for a 1st down. Koufax very efficient so far, 10 for 14, 110 yards, as Briggs remains out there for Marquette. And he finds some wiggle room there, netting 5 yards. He's been very efficient here as well. Minus that safety, though. But definitely not his fault. We'll blame Travell Terry for that one. Now 2nd and 5 for Marquette. Working their way towards our Akron territory. Akron brings pressure yet again. And I'm not sure. I think that might have slipped out of the hands of Koufax as he tried to get rid of it quick. Now we'll do a 3rd and 5. And we need this one. Marquette goes empty again here. As there's Shane Lytle, and he gets the first down on a 6-yard catch. Got what he needed and then a little extra as well. 3 catches here for Shane Lytle, 43 yards. Pretty solid showing from our slot receiver thus far. And our top 2 receivers, Lamont Collier and Michael Galloway, still without a catch and a target, I believe. Javon Ashley only able to get 1 there. As this 3rd quarter winds down, just over a minute left to play. See if we can get Galloway or Collier going here with this counter-strike concept. As it's going to go for Shane Lytle, and that's going to be probably Dylan Koufax's worst throw of the game. We haven't seen too many of those, so I'll take one now, but hopefully we don't see any more of those. It's now 3rd and 9 again for Marquette. We'll try and convert here. Koufax will scramble to his left. He'll find Jonathan Thomas working back upfield. 23-yard catch there from Jonathan Thomas. As Marquette gets a clutch first down. It seems we haven't been able to convert on 3rd down here in a while. Now less than a minute left here in this 3rd quarter. Marquette driving to try and get back in this game a little bit. So go for another pass. Check down there to Javon Ashley. It's going to be face mask, which will get us even closer. That's a face mask to Johnny Robinson, which will bring us to the 11-yard line. One for one in the red zone. You like that efficiency. Koufax keeps on the read option. He'll get upfield a little bit. Picks up 6 down to Akron's 5-yard line. And now we don't have to run another play here if we don't want to. So I'll probably just throw him out here, see if we like the look. And if not, we'll just run it down into the 4th quarter. I kind of do like the look. I don't know. There's a lot of congestion there in the middle. I don't know if this is the best play call. Although we have Thomas on an island out there. Hey, let's just go for it here. And Koufax's pass just over Thomas, who couldn't jump up for it. He's hit hard there. As this 3rd quarter will come to an end, Akron leading 19-10 with Marquette knocking on the door. And, of course, we want to get a touchdown here. Now 3rd and 4 here at Akron's 5-yard line. And you might think we're in 2-play territory here. We go with slants. When in doubt, call slants. And Shane Lytle will get the first receiving touchdown here from Dylan Koufax. As now Marquette makes it 19-16. And Lytle got some space there, working to the outside. And he'll secure Marquette's first receiving touchdown here in this series. Now Dylan Mackey on to make it a 2-point game. Right down the middle. So let's see if Marquette's defense can hold here as we get our first studio update. North Carolina defeats South Carolina 48-35. So number 7, South Carolina falls in this young season. Connor Shaw there with 2 touchdowns for South Carolina. Who remembers him? Demir Bird there as well for the Gamecocks. So we start this quarter as we wanted with a touchdown. And Matt Bars will be out there for the kickoff as Marquette trails by 2. And they are out performing Akron as far as yards go. So now Akron takes over following the Dylan Koufax touchdown, leading by 2 here in the fourth quarter. Hirschman, quick pass there on the wide receiver screen to Scaneers. As they'll remain in the hurry-up offense. Hirschman now over 125 on the game passing. 2nd and 6 here for the Zips. Hirschman drops back again. Facing pressure. Juice Campbell with the interception. And he has space the other way. Juice Campbell. He's going to take it back for a pick 6 as Marquette takes the lead. Akron's 3rd interception of the game. And Juice Campbell is just eating in this one. Great adjustment to read that. And no one's going to catch Juice Campbell as he dives ahead for the first defensive touchdown in this series. Marquette takes the lead here late. Up by 4. We are going to go for 2. Dylan Koufax empty. Quick pass there, just batted away. Shane Leipold is there for the 2-point conversion, but great play there to get a hand in there. Looked like it was even almost in the hands there of Leipold. As Marquette, a pick 6 puts them up ahead here in this fourth quarter. And there's Ford for Akron, who's been very active in this game. He brings it out to the 38, stop there by freshman middle linebacker Clay Diamond. Again with great field position here for Akron as they try to bounce back after an interception. Hirschman's going to keep. He gives now to Chisholm. And Hirschman takes a big hit there from Demetrius Bush. But they do pick up 6 off the pitch. They'll give to Chisholm. And he can't quite get past the markers. It's going to bring up a 3rd and inches. Stop there from Bush. Juwan Chisholm now over 50 yards on the day. And Hirschman's going to keep again. Breaks the tackle. And then he's finished there by Goddard following an 8-yard gain. As Akron now driving into Marquette territory. Hirschman keeps again. And he fights ahead for 5 yards. After the interception, they're kind of keeping it in his hands here. Second and 5 now for Akron. Gives there to Chisholm, who doesn't have much as he's stopped there by Clarence Thurman. 3rd and 3 now for Akron. They're going to stay in the hurry up and continue in this formation. As it's given to Chisholm, who works outside. He's going to pick up the first down as he's stopped there by Bush after a 7-yard gain. Now a fresh set of downs here for Akron. They give to Alexander, who had that 65-yard touchdown earlier, and I feel like we haven't really seen him at all as he picks up 10 yards and a first down there, 12 yards on his first carry. Now Akron in the red zone as they look to take the lead here. Pass there to Friesen, who has some space, and he'll dance out of bounds there after a 10-yard gain. And another Akron first down as they're just driving right down the field here on this drive. Marquette looking to hold here with just under 5 minutes now left in this game. And that was kind of a glitch there as Hirschman was going to keep, and then he just didn't go ahead, as you'll see that happen here. A bug in NCAA 14. So now 2nd and goal from the 13-yard line for Akron. And that's right to Tyler Black lurking there in coverage. Another interception from Akron. And their woes continue. 3rd interception there from Hirschman. And that's an easy one for Tyler Black, just lurking. Marquette takes over here with 4.5 minutes left in this game, up 4 at their own 11-yard line. Now you just hope you can put together some good sets of downs here and just kill this clock. Theo Briggs out there in a heavy formation as he'll work his way ahead for 2 yards. 4 interceptions in this game for Marquette, and that's the last thing. Maybe if we threw 4 interceptions, but I did not expect this opening game corralling 3 or 4 interceptions like that. That's just remarkable. As Koufax scrambles, he really doesn't have anything. He'll try to find Collier, and he does. Lamont Collier, his first catch of this season. And he's our highest rated offensive player at 77 overall. And Koufax kind of showing his improvisation skills there, working out of structure. Now Javon Ashley back out there for Marquette as he still tries to get going in this one, as that Akron defender looked like he teleported. I think that was another glitch there. Maybe we'll see it. Yeah, he just came through there, unless he's just that quick. But he shot that gap insanely quick, and that's a 4-yard loss from Javon Ashley, who really hasn't had many productive carries in this game. And Koufax will just dump it off there for Shane Leipold. Leipold works ahead for 6 yards, now bringing up a 3rd and 8 here for Marquette, who look to keep this drive going. You don't want to give Akron a chance to take the lead. Koufax now 16 for 23. I didn't expect him to throw this many passes here in this game, but our passing game's been going, so he'll drop back here on 3rd and 8. And he'll hit Lamont Collier again, working over the middle for a 19-yard gain as he works to midfield. A Marquette 1st down. Now Koufax 9 yards short of 200 in this one, as Leipold suffers a dislocated finger, but he will return, it says. Ashley on the run. He'll pick up 5. As he's only at 18 yards in this one on 11 carries. Now just 2.5 minutes left here, as Marquette has been able to kill some of this clock. Koufax keeps. He goes ahead for 3 yards, bringing up a 3rd and 2 here. And I would think Marquette is in 2-play. This is a 2-play set of downs here. As 2 yards, 2 plays to pick up 2 yards and get a fresh set of downs, which would really be detrimental to Akron's case here to recover. Now I'll have Tyson Bolt out there. Definitely not known for his power going between the tackles, but we'll give it to him here. 3rd and 2. Tyson Bolt is stopped short. Oh, he's not stopped short. He was never down. How about that one? That's definitely something you see sometimes here in NCAA, as it looked like Bolt was wrapped up. But then I guess his knee never hit. He gets up and runs forward for a few more yards, picking up the 1st down. As now 2:09 left, Akron only one more timeout. And Marquette's gonna pass here. Koufax just dumps it there for Javon Ashley to pick up 6. As now Akron with no more timeouts in this one. 2:04 remaining. And that's going to be a 2nd and 4 now for Marquette. Theo Briggs back out there in the backfield. The give to Briggs. And he'll get ahead for 3 more yards. Good tackling there from Akron. So I think Briggs and Ashley each around 10 carries in this one, getting kind of split in half, which I do like to see here, as neither of them have really outshined the other. Now time ticking down here, 1:25, as Marquette looks for a 1st down, which would secure the win. And Theo Briggs is going to get the 3-yard 1st down. And Marquette is going to seal this win now with a few kneel downs. It didn't always look good here in this one, but Marquette is going to prevail after a strong defensive showing featuring 4 interceptions and 4 or 5 sacks. So big defensive plays, definitely the difference here in this one. as well as a strong offensive showing from Dylan Koufax, who really managed this game well. Very strong showing here from Dylan Koufax as he'll kneel one more time as Marquette is going to defeat Akron here in episode 1 of the series. I don't know how many more wins we're going to get in this first season, but it certainly feels good as time is officially off the clock, and Lance Leipold is going to lead this Marquette team hopefully to a dynasty, as this is hopefully the first of many wins here for the Marquette Golden Eagles. Player of the game, Juice Campbell, 4 tackles and an interception, of course on that pick 6, which put Marquette ahead and gave them the win in this one, as he also had a strong showing in coverage as well. So that's going to do it here in the first episode. Next episode, I'll start with a little introduction to some of our players that we saw here. Maybe we'll go over the recruiting board a little bit, but just for this first episode, I wanted to get something out. This was more of a casual episode, so this is where I'm going to leave you. I thank you so much for viewing, and as always, it's been real and be well. I'll see you next time.